Summer Cohort, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Tuesday Tune-In, where your facilitator shares with you stuff that might be interesting for you. It may not be as interesting, but I feel the need to still provide you with an example of how you can touch base weekly with your students in your own online hybrid or indeed face-to-face classes. So I want to start out this week by letting you know that I have graded everything up until the next due date, which is 7/21, which is our next due date for the first for Module 6. So that'll be exciting. That is this coming Thursday. Module 6 activities will be due. Keep in mind, again, those due dates are not like stormtroopers. They're not going to come try and get you if you miss them. But they are there to provide you maybe with a little encouragement to act on them. Keep in mind that you can submit things after the due date. It's no big deal. Also, I provide feedback. So if you notice you're not getting full credit for an assignment, check the feedback. There might be something there that tells you, why, and you can resubmit for full credit. So for instance, in the video upload assignment, which by the way were amazing, gotta say I loved it. I love the folks that personalized that experience. I also like some of the folks that were outside when they actually did their video, their welcome video. Get a little change of venue, if you will. That was wonderful. However, if you saw that you got a 1 point value out of the 3 for that particular assignment, it's because your embed didn't work. What I saw on my side was just, code. So what I will tell you is to reach out to our support desk and have them assist you through that embed process and see where there might be an issue, or you might have hit a backspace and deleted a little bit of the code in there. So feel free to resubmit the assignment, but have the support desk walk with you through it to make sure that you did it correctly for those folks that got a 1 on their submitted work. But those videos, y'all, were amazing. Thank you so much for sharing them with us. And really, looking at the amount of assignments yet to be turned in, obviously still some work that can be done. And remember, we're not taking away birthdays for stuff that hasn't been turned in. So that being said, our Tuesday Tune-In this week, I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek at a newsletter article that will be coming out. And this isn't the article, this is the data behind the article, but that will be coming out for our August newsletter for faculty here at Sam Houston State University. And so what I want to show you is the teaching and learning roadmap for Blackboard Learn Ultra. And that is what is coming, what are the next new features or enhancements to things that we've been asking for that are coming down the pipe, so to speak, or the pike. So I wanted to start with the things that they've done recently. And these are recently updated. These are in the past 3 months. Blackboard has literally updated 38 different things to make them working. They've tripled their programmer staff, so they're really interested in Anthology now, not Blackboard, because Anthology bought Blackboard, but the tool is still called Blackboard. So I want you to take a look at some of the most recent ones. For instance, grade history being available, or weighted overall grade improvements. So you can now do points-based total overall grade. You couldn't in June, you can in July. Woohoo! Anyway, all of these things, the ability for you to do partial or extra negative credit on per question point changes. Assessment flexibility, meaning when you're doing tests, introducing questions one at a time, is coming, I think, or if it's not here already. Yes, one at a time. The calculated numeric question is now one of the questions that came on board. Lots of good stuff in here. And then from the student standpoint, their ability to see where they are in the middle of the test, how far they are, how much time they have left, or if the timer is a thing, they can kind of hide it from themselves to reduce the anxiety that it might cause for them. Obviously, here recently, the inline rendering of PDFs and Office docs, meaning when I attach a PDF or a Word document, a student can click it and open it right there inline in the course. They don't need to download it first. So lots of good stuff going on. The ability to do OneDrive file linking is coming. We just have our integration because we work in a consortium and not just for SHSU's purposes. They're doing some other things that will let us all work in that environment for us, so that, for example, somebody from LIT's OneDrive can be posted in and somebody from SHSU's OneDrive can be posted in. And it's not just looking at one campuses, but all campuses to be able to let those connections be formed. Here, most recently, obviously, the choosing and requesting of pronouns, the recording of the name pronunciation, all that good stuff for students. But let's talk about what's coming next, right? What's happening down the pipe for Blackboard Learn Ultra courses. Obviously, you're going to be able to do some things that I think are really cool. The ability to add manual page breaks in your tests. Also to cluster questioning. And then no matter what your presentation method is, whether that be one at a time or all at once or page break, the ability to randomize those questions. Then beyond that, some things for students in the testing environment, having the timer appear at key times. And it can also be manually dismissed. The autosave for tests will actually be enhanced, so it saves every 2 seconds. And then flagging questions that the student might have missed that they might want to go back and review before submission. Obviously very good. Here's one I know you all have been asking for in the next 1 to 3 months, specifically in August, the ability for you inside Blackboard to create, edit, manage, delete test banks. You could copy them in, but you couldn't edit them or build them inside the Ultra course for whatever reason. Starting in August, you're going to be able to do that. So that's really kind of some cool things. Some other upcoming things are the advanced calculation, grade calculation, like some new things in there, and the ability for students to see a little bit of transparency in how their grades are calculated, which I also think is cool. So one big one is the ability to personalize assessment exceptions, meaning setting different due dates for a particular student rather than like if all the students if you have an exception on one particular assignment, being able to go down to personalize it on an assignment for another person rather than it being something that they inherit. Inline grading efficiencies are kind of cool, undo, redo, fun stuff like that. Then let's look at 3 to 6, and this is all, by the way, in the assessment and grading. In 3 to 6 months, you're going to be able to drop an assessment score for a single student from a gradebook calculation. Any gradable item is going to be supported for that, so that's kind of cool. You can even see which ones have been exempted. Also, more easy manipulation of gradebook columns, sorting, filtering, all that good stuff, just making it easier for you to get to the stuff you need to get to. The needs grading workflows will also get some improvements, and the ability to send personalized reminders. So when you send a reminder about an assignment, you'll be able to personalize the message that goes out. That is wonderful. Also coming in 3 to 6 months, the long-awaited for some of you hotspot question type. Woohoo! You'll be able to have set multiple hotspot areas on an image. It's built to be accessible, so that's even better. The previous one in Blackboard Classic or Original wasn't quite as accessible as it could be. There are some other enhancements around formative and ungraded assessments that are coming. And then in 6+ months on the assessment and grading track, you're going to have some more enhanced grading user interface, the ability to grade by question or by student, pop out rubrics rather than the ones that are there now kind of show up on the right-hand side. They don't come out more in case you wanted them to. And then a range of feedback mechanisms outside of what we already have, right, which is audio, video, file upload, adding some more of those to those. Obviously, you can do audio and video, but the ability to upload files and add some more of those feedback mechanisms. So let's next take a look at what's coming in course activity and content, right? How you design courses. There's going to be some content editor enhancements coming in the next 1 to 3 months. One that I'm really excited about is the recognition of LaTeX. Typing in a math formula directly in the editor and have it recognize it immediately as a math formula and make it so. Something that instructors in business and our STEM courses have been asking for years, so I'm super excited about it. It's going to happen in Ultra courses. Just love it. Course linking, which isn't currently available in Ultra courses. Being able to be in one part of my Ultra course and link to another part of my Ultra course. Super good there, right? Then your student preview account, the ability to delete or keep the data in there to choose what you want to do. Then continuing on course and content design in 3 to 6 months, improving the drag and drop stuff featured in your Ultra courses. Also, improve course outline and performance like from a visual hierarchy. And then what's coming in 3 to 6 months, the support for an additional level of depth. That means 3 folders deep rather than just the 2 that you've got. For those of you that want it, you can turn it on for your course and then it becomes available and you can do an actual extra level of depth. One that I'm really excited about is putting a search feature on that course content page that searches the entire course content outline as well as modules and folders for something. So they can just type in the word, it will find it for them. A quick way for students to get access to finding things. Next, we'll talk about collaboration coming in the next 1 to 3 months, the ability to import and export group sets and group memberships. So you can create your groups outside of your Blackboard course and then import them, and it'll automatically create those groups inside the course. Super great thing. The ability to give students a dedicated group space with the right tools, like your collaboration tools, your discussion, all that good stuff. That's coming in the next 1 to 3 months. And then messaging improvements as well are coming in the next 1 to 3 months. So a larger message window, adding messages for private courses, and then easier group messaging. In order to do group messaging right now, you need to actually go to the groups page to access a group message. Now they want to add that into the actual messaging feature where you can select a group there from that pull down. Then coming up in 3 to 6 months, discussion improvements, preventing editing or late posts, reacting to posts, like liking a post from students, doing a little social interaction there, and then the ability to subscribe to discussion updates. Next, under the heading of diversity, equity, inclusion, the ability for students to manage their display name, allowing them to have self-expression and diversity. They can choose to display their given name, an additional name, or both. And it's displayed consistently throughout Blackboard. The Immersive Reader is a new accessible platform that you're going to start hearing a lot about coming up. I'm going to have an article about it soon, and I'll talk about it even for the purposes of our course too. But beyond that, a consolidated app experience. In the next 1 to 3 months, they're going to take the Blackboard Instructor app and the regular Blackboard app and combine them. So they're not going to have 2 separate apps, making things better. Obviously, a strong alignment so that when a change happens, it happens across your web experience as well as your mobile experience. So that's nice. New reporting and insights are going to be available for you. So detailed information on student progress, on graded and ungraded items. And then even in the next 3 to 6 months, the ability to better understand students' level of engagement, view progress, provide greater visibility for instructors on students requiring intervention, and then access to a course activity versus grades report. Obviously, understanding which items students need to look at, right? As I scroll down, more of the integrating types of things, a deep integration with Onedrive, which is going to allow you to, in the future, create graded activities like a collaborative document, a Word document, a PowerPoint, an Excel that they can work on together. Beyond that, further integrating Microsoft Teams and some other great stuff there. So I know that's a mouthful. I know that's a lot of stuff, but I wanted to let you know that it's coming. I'm going to attach the file itself to this Tuesday Tune-In announcement, so you'll get access to it there and kind of be able to look through what I talked about. But these are some exciting things that have been happening and will be happening across Blackboard over the next 6 months, 1 to 6 months. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned some things, and thanks again for tuning in on our Tuesday Tune-In. Thanks again, Cohort.